Howdy YouTube, Darlington Farm here. Just over here at the wood shop, kind of in between big projects, and actually had the shop clean for a bit here, and kind of wanted to show you my shop. I have not done that yet, and just kind of thought I'd show you what all I have in here. Here's sort of the heart of my shop. It is a saw stop 5-horse industrial cabinet saw. A little cabinet that I built under there that just kind of rolls in and out for storing junk. I've got the overarm dust collector on this, as you can see right there. Works pretty well. I guess I never did talk about that, but that's for another video. Over here, I have a Rockler Shark Pro Plus. Pretty slick little machine. At this point, it's pretty heavily modified. I have a bigger router, different rail setup, and kind of just changed around here. Switched the axes and all, but if you go back in my videos, you can see that. Sustainers, I love sustainers. They're awesome. This is the cut table that I built kind of when we first set things up here in the shop, and if you go back in my videos you can kind of see that. It's awesome for breaking up sheet goods. I can just pull my truck up here to the outside of the garage and then slide the wood straight off that onto this table and break it up with my track saw. There's one of the rails for my track saw. That's the 1900 millimeter. Up here, kind of conveniently out of the way, I've got a 3000 millimeter air conditioner. That's a must in the Midwest. Clamps, I've got clamps laying around everywhere. Oh, I wish this refrigerator were actually, destined for life in the shop here. It actually needs to go over to the Oak Street house whenever I get a chance to. Here's a double oven. It doesn't really belong in my shop. Again, it needs to go over to the Oak Street house. I've got a Powermatic PJ something or other. I forget exactly what model number. Oh, PJ 882. I guess I can read off the tag there, but it's an 8-inch jointer planer with a helical cutter head. There's a look at the helical cutter head. And I've got my dust collector over here. I've got a cyclone separator setup that I built. It's an Oneida Super Dust Deputy just sitting on top of a brute can with some MDF there, and then that runs into my 4-inch dust collection line there, and I've just got a piece of 6-inch kind of running up and over and down into that. This behemoth here is a DeWalt, it's a Delta, I'll get that right, 14-inch radial arm saw. It's a beast, and say it's got a 5-horse motor and it'll just hog through just about anything. Right now I was replacing the top on it, and the starter cap in it decided to crap out, and as you can see I've kind of got it torn apart there, and I just haven't got a chance to finish it yet because I I don't really like using it. I may just try and sell it. So if there's anybody out there that wants to buy one of these that's within driving distance of Indianapolis, I'll happily sell you this thing. I've got my 20-inch Powermatic planer here. Absolutely love this thing. It's, again, has the helical cutter head. I've shoved some huge pieces of wood in there. I mean, I've shoved stuff that runs the whole width of that, and it has no trouble hogging through stuff. More Festool stuff laying around everywhere. This is an MFT3 by Festool. I love this thing. I cannot say enough good things about it. It really just kind of changes the way you work, just as with pretty much all the Festool stuff. Okay, I think this looks kind of like the PK meter from Ghostbusters, but that's just me. Anyway, that's Festool Domino. I've got a Rotex 150 here. Actually, this is from another video. This is from the, you'll recognize this. This is from the bathroom vanity build. I'm going to get on that here in a few minutes and try and finish this up. I never did get a chance to finish that, so that's the project for today. Kind of going along the line here, this is a drum sander. It's a Performax 2244. I really like this thing. A little underpowered. If you have one of these, I wish you could switch it over to 220. Right now it runs off 110, and it really needs its own 20 amp 110 circuit. It pops the circuit breaker over here that some of the lights are on in here, and I really need to run a separate line over for it, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. This is a disc sander by Powermatic. I really like Powermatic stuff, as you can tell. Powermatic drill press here. Oh man, Amazon had these like $300 off a couple months ago. Got a great deal on it. Anyway, my wall of Festool stuff here. Yeah, as you can see, I'm a fanatic for Festool. Let's see, I guess I can kind of go through things here. We've got the HLA 850, LS 130, OF 1010, ETS 150, DX93, an extra sustainer for my track saw. If you look back in my videos, you can kind of see the explanation for that, but actually that has a Milwaukee router in it at the moment. Got an MFK 700, an OF 1400. This is the Domino sustainer. This is the RO 150 sustainer. I've got an RAS 115, a Rotax 90, and the sustainer for my TS 75. So that's kind of my current Festool stuff, although I will have some more stuff coming here shortly that you can see. Just kind of lumber storage up here. This is kind of my long-term lumber storage, and it never fails. Whatever board you need is always kind of on the bottom there. Moving on, I have my Powermatic bandsaw. Love this thing. Right now it has a carbide resaw blade in it that just slices and dices through anything, so this is pretty slick. Miscellaneous junk over here. I need to build some cabinets out here to actually kind of house some of this stuff. More miscellaneous junk storage. This is all the trim and woodwork from the Oak Street house. Moving on, I kind of have tool storage and stuff that I don't either have out at the farm or over at the Oak Street house right now. And then this bad boy is my SCMI Minimax T3. It's a sliding table, shaper table, as you can see. Really nice design, 6.5 horses of shaper table goodness. The only thing that bums me out is it's only a 3/4 inch spindle, so that kind of limits what kind of knives you can run through it. But other than that, it's a pretty slick machine. Over here I've got my air compressor. It's just a Black Max 5-horse. This thing's been through hell and back and rattled around in my truck and gone everywhere, but it just refuses to die. I'd like to put in a big stand-up one, but this keeps going and going and going. Anyway, big pile of wood storage over here. If you look back in my videos, the $520 walnut video, or $540, I forget what it was called. That's that pile there. More wood storage over here. More trim from the Oak Street house. More trim from the Oak Street house. More trim from the Oak Street house. This is my short-term wood storage here, kind of what I've got going up, or coming on here in the future that I need to use, and I just kind of stash it over here. If you look back in the videos, I had to change the, had to re-edit the video of recycling the walnut. I kind of said some things in it that you can't say in there, and I had to re-edit it, so hopefully by the time you see this, that video will be back up, but that's walnut that I reclaimed from our pasture. And then I kind of have some more, more miscellaneous storage here of just stuff that's going to get used in short order. And then I kind of have temporary storage here of sheet goods. Right now I just have a bunch of MDF and some hardboard there for a build that's going to be coming up here that will be pretty exciting, that I'm going to try and document pretty well. And that's pretty much it. So that's kind of my shop. You can kind of see a slow overview here. But yeah, that's my shop. It's right now about 2,000 square feet, and fairly well insulated. As you can see, I have a bunch of lighting up here. Oh, I guess I forgot. I have an air filter. I have a Powermatic air filter up there. I kind of forgot about that one. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Anything else you want to see or see in more great detail, I'm happy to put it up. I know it's not finished, but it's kind of a work in progress. This whole shop here has pretty much come together in less than 6 months, so I'm pretty happy with that. A lot of the tools and stuff were kind of recycled from my old shop when we lived about 2 hours south of here. But yeah, anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Click, comment, subscribe, and anything you want to see in great detail, I'm happy to put it up.